Can the worst possible Kabutops beat the entire game of Pokemon Yellow on 0 DVs, minimum battles, and with no TMs? On the surface, it would seem that the Dark Lord of Pokemon has everything in its favor to complete this challenge. Badge boost glitch? Check. Good type coverage? Check. Really great stats? Check. But there are a few major issues that might be standing in front of this Pokemon. We're just gonna have to see, but can it beat the game on these incredibly difficult settings? Will it be at the top of the list? Or will the Dark Lord be banished for eternity? There's only one way to find out, so let's get into it. So for the first run, I decided to run Kabutops with no TMs, so against Brock, it's really not an issue. We have Absorb at the very beginning of the game, which allows us to heal, and we resist all of his normal type moves, so Brock goes down incredibly easily. Moving on to Misty, you might think that she would be a bit of a challenge. She will always use water type moves against us because of her smart AI, but fortunately, if we use our rare candies here, Kabutops does have a high enough attack stat that it nearly one-shots the Staryu, and with a little bit of luck and critical hits, it can actually get through the Starmie as long as we don't get hit by Bubble Beam. Took a lot of resets there, but we did manage to get through Misty. Moving on to Lieutenant Surge, he's not really a big problem. He either uses Thunderbolt and knocks you out, or he uses moves like Growl and Mega Punch and Mega Kick, and you can just slowly whittle him down. So we've got 3 badges without any major issues and no optional battles. Now we can move on to Giovanni in the Rocket Game Corner, who's again incredibly easy. We resist all of his moves, we have Absorb to take down the rocks, and Persian, this is one time Persian isn't scary at all. So we're just cruising, right? Well, not exactly. We're about to hit a major wall, one that I didn't foresee coming into this challenge. The channelers in the Pokemon Tower. At this point, the only move that Kabutops has that can hit ghosts is Absorb, and Absorb is resisted by these Pokemon as well as being incredibly weak. So at what level can we finally beat them? Well, it turns out to be pretty darn ridiculous, because on minimum battles, we're at level 31 right here, but it's clearly not working. We're doing so little damage every time we use Absorb, and it would take a monumental number of turns in order to get through this. So the level that I'm finally able to get through this one at is quite insane. I actually battled every available trainer at this point in the game to get to level 48. After that, Sabrina's no trouble because we're massively overleveled and we have Slash. We can go and take on Koga, where this turns into a one-shot fest on his entire team because Slash is so strong and we're already at level 52. It's a 2-hitter here on the Venomoth, but that doesn't really matter, we just take it down. We can then move on to Blaine, where this is incredibly easy because we're so incredibly overleveled at this point that we just set up Harden in order to get a bunch of badge boosts and to resist damage, and now Slash is pretty much doing everything that we need it to do. We don't even know Hydro Pump yet, but we get through this on the first attempt. We learned Hydro Pump in this battle, which means now we're perfectly set up for Giovanni, where I'm thinking we can just set up all of our Hardens on the first Doug Trio. And with all the badge boosts, I mean, we may not even need badge boosts at this level, but with badge boosts, we're definitely going to be one-shotting things. So I just set up all of the Hardens, and now I can even use Absorb. It will do decent damage at this point in order to regain some health, and we managed to take down the Doug Trio. I used Slash in order to take down the Persian, and now one Hydro Pump knocks out Nidoqueen, one Hydro Pump knocks out Nidoking, and of course a Hydro Pump's gonna knock out Rhydon. We are absolutely cruising at this point, so I'm feeling pretty good going into Lorelei. But Lorelei is where this run absolutely hits a wall, because Absorb doesn't do very much damage, and we don't get a lot of opportunities to set up Harden here. So what we actually have to do is hope that this Dugong will use Rest multiple times. Lorelei does not have Smart AI, which means that anytime she has damage, there's at least a chance that she'll use Rest, and that gives us the chance to set up our badge boosts with Harden. But if we take critical hits, we can get taken out here, and it's really just an open question. We then have to survive against Cloyster, which uses Clamp. This was many attempts into this, probably 20 or 30 resets at this point, but we're finally getting a run where we're getting decent luck. Slowbro's using Withdraw, which is perfect because we can just heal up off of it. Surf doesn't do that much because we have a bunch of badge boosts. Slash one-shots the Jinx, and now I'm just hoping for Slash to take down this Lapras. It does. There we go. We're on track, but we're already on 133 resets, and we're nearly 100 battles over minimum battles. So I'm hoping that Bruno won't be hard. Maybe we're strong enough to just take Agatha down. We're just gonna have to see. Bruno first. This one should be the absolute easiest one. All we have to do is set up our Hardens at the beginning of the fight. I'm just doing this so that I have the badge boosts in case I get hit by any fighting type moves. We are weak to fighting with our rock typing. So after getting set up, I can now use Slash in order to take down these Hitmons. They shouldn't be too hard. I think Hydro Pump will actually one-shot. It does. Hydro Pump takes out the Onyx, and Hydro Pump takes down the Machamp. So we're back in shape. Now it's just a question about Agatha. We can hit Agatha with Absorb and Hydro Pump, so we have plenty of PP, but we know that Absorb's not going to do a lot of damage. Unlike the case against the Ghastly in Pokemon Tower though, we do have a badge boost in Special at this point, which means if we can set up our Hardens, we will at least have a chance to get through. So here I'm going to start off by setting up Harden. But in Pokemon Yellow, the first Gengar knows Mega Drain, and that's a one-hit KO. So here I decided instead to go for Hydro Pump to try to take out this Gengar as quickly as possible, and then try to do as much of my setup later on. So here, once I get to the Haunter, now I'm going to actually set up my Hardens. I've been paralyzed, but I'm hopeful that if I can set up all the Hardens, I'll be able to do enough damage with Hydro Pump that I should have enough PP to take these Pokemon down. It one-shots the Haunter at that point, and now she swaps in her Gengar, and it's a 2-hit KO here. If I can just land the hit, I do. And now against this Arbok, I'm just hoping to land a Hydro Pump, and we finish the fight. But we're already at 145 resets now when we get through Agatha. Now it's on to Lance, and Lance could be really hard here. He has two Pokemon with electric type moves, his first Dragonair and his Dragonite, and his other Dragonair and Gyarados know water type moves, which can do quite a bit of damage as well. So I'm gonna try to set up my badge boost here, but we can see that Gyarados is doing over half damage, even after a badge boost. So it's time to change up the strategy. What I'm gonna go for here is just to try to take down the Gyarados as quickly as possible with Slash. Slash here on the Dragonair is actually a range, but I get the range on the two Dragonairs. Now I can go for Hydro Pump to take down Aerodactyl, and now Slash is a 2-hit KO, but I fortunately get the Thunder Miss from the Dragonite. Slash is also a range to be a 2-hit or 3-hit KO there, so that was incredibly lucky, but we did manage to get through Lance. We're on 155 resets. Now, we have a chance to at least beat the game after the Ghastly on minimum battles, but it all comes down to the champion and how he goes. So, in Pokemon Yellow, he leads off with Sandslash. Sandslash knows Earthquake. Earthquake is super effective, so even if I try to set up all of my Hardens here, I will get knocked out. So the strategy is actually to not try to set up on the Sandslash, just take it down with Hydro Pump. Then against the Alakazam, I'm going straight for Slash. It's a 1-hit. Now I'm going to set up on the Exeggutor. Exeggutor's AI is set where it's only going to use Leech Seed over and over and over again. We will always get hit by Leech Seed, but at least we won't take a ton of damage, and we can use 2 Slashes to take it down. The Hydro Pump is a range on the Magneton, but we did get it, and now 2 Hydro Pumps is enough for Cloyster, and Hydro Pump takes down the Flareon. So we did beat the game with no TMs, but we're nowhere near minimum battles, and this was absolutely terrible at this point. 199 resets. I reset 44 times on the champion to avoid gaining extra levels. And we're at 155 battles, which actually translates to 91 optional battles. The game doesn't count the required battle against the Ghost Marowak, so it only counts the 64 required trainers. And this result is quite frankly terrible. It puts Kabutops below Lapras with no TMs, it's below HM only Mew, it's below Pidgeot. It does come in slightly ahead of our first run with Dragonite, but that's not very awe-inspiring. But now here's the question. Last time Dragonite, also a very strong physical attacker, was able to get all the way up to the S tier on minimum battles just by adding some TMs. Is it possible that the only issue in this run was that we didn't have any TM moves to allow our Kabutops to really flex its muscles? Well, let's get into the second run and find out. We want to just kind of make our way back out here and let Professor Oak do his thing. And once we get into his lab now, we're going to do this properly this time. We're going to go ahead and get our Kabutops. And here I'm going to go ahead and give him a name. And what do I want to name him? You know what I want to name him? I want to name him Cuddles. Oh, that's funny to me. Who wants to cuddle the scythe-wielding kind of, fossil Pokemon? So here we go, Rival 1. This should be incredibly easy because what is Eevee gonna do? We resist tackle. We're just getting through that 100% of the time. No problem. The early game's actually really easy without TMs for this one because nothing can really damage us. But what we found in the no TMs run was the issue actually came when we got to Lavender. And it happened because of the fact that the only move that we had that could hit ghosts at that point was Absorb. And Absorb is resisted by the ghost types because they're also poison types. It's just not good. And yeah, it's only 20 base power anyway, so we were just getting completely wrecked by Lick and Nightshade and then hitting ourselves in confusion. It was terrible. And I'm going to run right on up here. No need to fight any trainers. We're going to try to do this on minimum battles. And I think we have a chance. Think being the operative word there. So here, let's fight this bug catcher where he should be no problem. Like, what's Tackle gonna do? A whole lot of nothing. And we are just scratching this little Caterpie down. He's getting the cuddles, guys. Give him some cuddles. And yeah, we're gonna move on to Brocky Boy here, where Brock, I mean, the whole thing is that we resist all of his moves except for Bite, technically, and we can use Absorb, which, even though it's a very weak grass type move, it is super effective, and that means that we just get to say, haha, I heal the damage that you do to me, Geodude, and we level up, and now here we can just, I mean, if we get enough binds, I guess we'll lose eventually, but yeah, we just took Brock down. That was incredibly easy. That was not hard at all. So yeah, that's how easy Brock is. So here we are, Jesse and James time. And I think this is another spot where the Harden play actually makes a lot of sense. And when he uses Leer, it actually gives us even more badge boosts in attack. So as long as we don't get poisoned, I think we're going to be able to reach a situation where we have a really high attack stat like that. And when he uses Leer, I'm just going to use Harden again so that I can get even more attack. Okay, that was bad. But now I can just actually Absorb on Meowth because he's not going to do any damage, even with something like Bite. So here we're kind of hoping for crits. We have to go Scratch. We can't really go Absorb. It wouldn't make any sense. But there we go. We get through. Nice. So nothing at this point is really a challenge for our lovely little Cuddles here. He's just so cute and cuddly. God. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and take on this rival right here, where I think we want to use some hardens. We've got Fury Attack doing basically nothing. We like Leer just because it helps us do more. Here, against Sandshrew, I think it's all about Absorb. Sand Attack sucks, but everything's just going to use normal type moves from here on out, so we have that benefit. Okay, we take that one down. Tail Whip's kind of nice because it's just increasing our attack, but not when we get growled. Everything recalculates properly when we get a growl, so... Okay, but there we go. So we get through. That's tedious, but it's not difficult by any means. This last is going to be hard. Want to make sure that I'm at full health. And now we may be hoping for some crits. Like that. Called it. Oh, look at the crits. What? God. 3 crits in a row. Are you kidding me? That was stupid. And now guy next to Pidgey Girl. Never even hard. Oh, look at the crits. Oh my god. We're a critical hit machine. Yes. I actually enjoy this so much. I'm having a lot of fun watching all these crits come in. Like Kabutops, he's just like, I know how to hit the sweet spot. Because he's all cuddly. Cuddles knows the sweet spot, guys. Oh, man. Okay, so we're going to save right here. We will get the rare candy and body slam in the optimizing run. But for this one, let's just destroy this rival because we can. Like, yeah, he uses a couple growls, but everything's still using physical attacks here. And more so than physical attacks, normal attacks. So we can just do that. We're at full health going into the Eevee. And yeah, you can keep growling. Sand Attack is really his best chance. Oh, he's going for the Sand Attacks like crazy though. No! Take him down. One more. There we go. So we got through Rival 3, no problem. And we can now just rub an old guy's back. He's going to give us the cut HM. And we can move on in the game. Now we have to fight Misty on minimum battles. There's no choice, no ifs, ands, or buts. And this one's going to be hard. I already know this one's going to be hard. So here's what the strategy is in my mind. I scratch, and I absorb. And now I'm kind of hoping for Misty to not do that. I'm kind of hoping for her to, yeah, be more reasonable. Now the question is, do we try to learn something else in order to make this easier on ourselves? We could even learn Cut here, technically. But I think that would be a long-term mistake. Guys, I think the best play is, in fact, to go HM1 here. Because here's the deal. Cut is stronger by a decent amount. And we can save rare candies this way. Like, look at that. That is now a 2-hit KO. Okay, we still lost that time. So now what if we pop both of our rare candies? We are getting higher stats. Okay. But we can see Bubble Beam's just doing way too much damage. Just way too much damage there. Okay. Now Cut should be doing more damage. And there we go. Okay, there we get through. Nice, nice. She just used Water Gun 3 times in a row, and that was enough. Cool. So we got through that fight, but clearly we are still not in great shape going forward. But this is the point where I'm going to go ahead and learn Bubble Beam. Why Bubble Beam? Because A is stab, and B, we need a move that's going to help us actually get through this next section of the game. Let's just see here. We're up against the Rock Tunnel Hiker, but he should actually be a cupcake because, I mean, what's he going to do? Self-destruct? Oh, Rock Throw. Okay. That's an actual play there. And there we go. We just take him down. No problem. That was super easy. He's like, "You're Rock. I'm just going to throw rocks at you." Okay. Have at it, buddy. I don't know. Rival 4 might be just fine, though, to just take on. So here, I'm actually going to go Bubble Beam here, I think. Okay. Here, we're just going to use Cut to take that one down. We're going to Cut on Shelter as well. Oh, here, actually, we can absorb on Shelter. Cut was a misplay there. Bubble Beam there is a one-hitter. And now we can just sit here and spam Cut to take this one down. Okay, there we go. So we've gotten through Rival 4. That's nice. And we're still going to avoid the gas leaves for now. They're kind of hard. Here, we're going to get all of the TMs from this little girl. And I don't believe we learn Rock Slide, do we? Yeah, no. That's one of the problems in Gen 1. Like, these Rock-type Pokemon don't even learn Rock-type moves, which is just bad. And now, Ice Beam is a TM that we do need. I'm going to learn Ice Beam over Absorb. I think this is the play. I think this is where we have to go with that. And I mean, let's just be clear. I have Cut here. Cut's obviously not ideal. We don't really want to have Cut. But in the optimizing run, we won't have Cut. We'll have Body Slam at this point. That will be the obvious play. So here we go. Let's go ahead and get into the fight with Giovanni. I'm going to go Bubble Beam. And Bubble Beam. And here, I mean, technically we can go Ice Beam, I guess. Just because there's a chance of freezing the opponent. So, there we go. We've leveled up to level 31. Still on minimum battles. And now we can go and take on ghosts. But unlike last time, we have Ice Beam and Bubble Beam, two moves that will actually be decently effective against the ghosts, meaning I'm hopeful at least that this won't be too bad. Let's just see though. Here are some channelers. They could be hard. Gonna go Ice Beam. Oh, we get paralyzed. Rip. Okay. And now Confused, which is really bad. Oh, but we get through on the first attempt. Nice. And now on to Jesse and James, who shouldn't be too scary here. So I'm actually going to spam the Hardens here, hoping to not get growled at. Ah, come on. There we go. He's using Screech, which lets us get more badge boosts. Now that's a one-hitter. This is like a two-hitter. Okay, and now we've lost our badge boost, so I think we go Ice Beam the whole way down. There we go. Not even a problem. I think that we get Swords Dance. And then I think the best play is actually to teach Swords Dance over Bubble Beam. We're going to keep Harden and we're going to keep Ice Beam. Why Ice Beam? Well, because Ice Beam has at least the potential to freeze an opponent, allowing us to do all of our other setup on it. And Harden is a badge boosting move. So, like here, technically, we should have a 1 in 10 chance of freezing whatchamacall. This Sand Slash. One, two, three. Okay. Okay, we're getting wrecked in this first attempt against Rival 5, but it's really just because we can't hit. Okay. But here's the thing, like, if we ever get the freeze on Sand Slash, we're gonna get to do all of our boosting up here. Oh, there we go. So here we can just do all of our sword stances and cut. Look how much more damage that's doing. Oh, we end up getting taken down. Okay, so that's clearly just not really happening. So I'm gonna dig out. I'm gonna go take on Lieutenant Surge instead first. So here, Lieutenant Surge time. And here's my strategy. I'm going to go Swords Dance. He already outspeeds, but if he doesn't go Thunderbolt, I think we win. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look how easy that was. Okay, so instead, I think we have to go for Ice Beam and try to freeze this one, right? Just keep in mind, like, if we can manage to freeze this first Venonat, we can do all of our setup here. Okay, we get wrecked on that one again. So we're really just looking for like turn 1 freeze or a miss or an X attack turn 1. Oh, there we go. There we got the freeze. 1, 2, 3 Swords Dances. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hardens. Now cut. 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 Okay. We made it all the way to Venomoth, and there we go. With the hardened setup, it was a one-hit KO. So yeah, we had the rare candy there to make that possible or reasonable. We can also think if we had a move like Body Slam there, Body Slam's 80 base power or 85 base power, is it? Versus the 50 base power of Cut, we'd be getting through that much easier. So now, let's go back up to the 5th floor. Let's go back to Rival 5's room. But here we're not going to level up immediately. So I think we can now go for the freeze tactics on this Sandslash. And when we don't get the freeze, now I think we just have to Swords Dance up and do all of our setup. And yeah, he's going to Sand Attack me a bunch. But if I do hit anything, I'm going to do crazy high damage. Okay. Yeah, I expected that. Let's just see. Let's just see. So here, once again, I'm going to go for the Swords Dances here on Sandslash. Now the problem is the accuracy drops. And that makes me think I just have to go for... Right, submission doesn't do anything there. Swords Dance. Okay, Poison Sting's nice. Poison Sting's nice. Swift is also good. Slash is alright. And Submission missed. This is the problem with Submission, is that it has no accuracy. So... Okay, we take that one down. Submission hits. Submission hits. Okay. And then we leveled up. Okay. So in this case, I think the best play is to go to Blaine. We're to Blaine. Let's try this now. So my strategy is to start off with Swords Dance. We're going to need a bit of luck here to not hit ourselves at confusion as we're setting up all the Swords Dances. Now I want to set up Harden. Oh, and he's just cut my attack stat in half. Right, the burn was the issue there. Okay, so now I just want to see, before I go spamming rare candies here, because this is clearly a rare candy spot against Blaine. We can still try to take on the Erica. I just want to see what that looks like, since she's only going to use grass type moves. So Vine Whip or Mega Drain, but maybe one Swords Dance is enough to KO her Pokemon. I'm not sure. Okay, that was a crit, so... Okay, yeah. Definitely not getting through that. Like, let's think about this. Mega Kick is 120 base power. So it's more than double the power of Cut. And we can always relearn Submission, so... let's just see here, because... if Mega Kick is enough to get through this, then... that's the play, I think. So we're going to use one Swords Dance, then Mega Kick, and Mega Kick. There we go. We get through Erica. Mega Kick does the job. And at least now we can try Blaney Boy again, since Mega Kick might mean that we don't have to try to set up so many hardens. And we can just go for the straight up, whatchamacall? The Swords Dance. 1, 2, 3. Maybe one harden for speed. Now Mega Kick. Okay. Oh, and we got burned. Are you kidding me? No. That was bad. What if we rare candy up here? We're going to get through 2 damage rounding thresholds. Nope. Can't learn Slash here. Okay, so let's save here. Let's try this again now. Because now maybe we just don't even need anything else to outspeed, and we're not going to level up mid-fight. Okay, that's a one hit. There we missed too many times. Okay, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance. Mega Kick's a one hit. Mega Kick's not quite a one hit because of the crit. And Mega Kick, critical hit. Oh my god, are you kidding me? If we don't crit there, I'm pretty sure that's just a one hit or two. Okay. Okay, that's a one hitter. That's a one hitter. And that's a one hitter. There we go. See, we get through. Okay, let's see how this goes. So... like, even without Swords Dance, Mega Kick did nearly half to Sand Slash. Okay. Oh, come on. We have to actually hit, though. There, that's a one-hitter. And once again, we have to actually hit these opponents. We can't just miss everything. It's the problem with Mega Kick strats. Okay, so I'm going to set up some Swords Dances here. Okay. 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 That's still a one-hitter. And that's a one-hitter. There we go. Okay. So we have gotten through rival number 5. We'll open that door, save, and Giovanni time. Now I'm going to go for Swords Dance here. We don't like the critical hit double kick for sure. Now I'm going to Mega Kick there though. I'm going to Mega Kick there. Here I'm going to Swords Dance and harden. Oh, and we might be able to get our attack stats super high here.
We want him to just keep using Tail Whip. Now, let's see what Mega Kick does. Oh, look at that one hitter there. Oh, and we got a crit. Okay, but we win. Nice. So, we have beaten Giovanni. We're not doing great. 100 resets, but, you know, it is what it is. So now we have to fight Sabrina. There's no choice but to fight her on minimum battles. Okay, so here we are, Sabrina time. And, here, I think we go Sword Stance like crazy with the goal of basically getting all of the badge boosts. And this is kind of an all-in, all-or-nothing strategy, but if we can manage to land a hit, we're basically going to one-shot everything. Okay. Okay. Reflect was bad. Okay. Let's just see. And we don't learn Swift is the problem. Okay. But Mega Kick is doing a lot of damage, so there we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, just go all in on attack. Don't even mess around. Cool. So next, we have Giovanni, and this one could prove to be a serious wall. Okay, let's just see. I think the strategy is to try to just KO this... that one. And then to try to set up on the Persian. So we're basically looking for a fight where we don't get hit by Doug Trio turn 1. And the Mega Kick one-shots. Nice. Okay. Here we're going Sword Stance the whole way up. And now we're hardening as much as we can. Now we're trying to land the cut, basically. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be a one-hitter. That's gonna be a one-hitter. And we level up right here. But it's enough. There we go. Okay, we did get through Giovanni. Are you kidding me? Sorry, didn't mean to pop out of my emulator there real quick, but man, I will take that. Oh my goodness. That was close, but we got through. And we can see it's basically... at this level, we're able to get the 2-hit range on that Rhydon. Okay, so now rival number 6. And here I think basically he still doesn't know Earthquake, so we go Swords Dance 3 times at least. Maybe a Harden or 2. Here, I'm gonna cut. Here I go Mega Kick. Here, I think I have to go Mega Kick. Here, I think we can go... Well, we can't because we got one shot. Okay, let's try this again. Poison Sting I like. Swift I also like. Okay. Oh, come on. Mega Kick's gotta hit though. Okay. Okay. Okay, we survived. And there we go. Okay. So we get through that time. So we're only going to have one more rare candy to work with in this whole run, which is pretty bad. All right, let's get up in here. Get started on this Elite Four. So starting with Lorelei. So I'm going to use an attack turn 1 to try to get her to go to sleep. Nice. Oh, and we immediately leveled up. Okay, but that was fine. And then Surf took us down. Okay. But I think this one is possible. So I'm going cut turn 1. I should have just started setting up the swords dances there, but we're really hoping for her to use rest turn 1. And if she doesn't, then rest turn 2, as is very common for Lorelei. Now, Mega Kick missed, but okay, that was a one-hitter. That was a one-hitter. Not quite a one-hitter there. Jinx is fortunately a one-hitter. Hydro Pump ends us. Okay. Not winning. Okay. Here I can even set up a Harden. Cool. Okay. Harden. Right, I like this. Now I think I can just cut. Now Mega Kick, one shots. There we go. Okay, we beat Lorelei. So now for Bruno. This is the part where I think I add Blizzard to my arsenal. So bye-bye Mega Kick. And hello Blizzard. Now we're going to definitely heal here. And I'm just going to use an elixir because I can. And now here I think I need to PP up on Blizzard all the way. Because we're going to need this for the next several fights. But here, let's just see. So for Bruno, I'm going to lead off with Blizzard there. That's a nice one hit. Here, I think I can Swords Dance. And just go cut here. Seems to be doing enough. Nice. Blizzard here. Cut. Is a 2-hit KO, but we get through. Nice. Now I think we skip Hydro Pump and keep Blizzard because it's going to be so much better on Lance. Okay, so now Agatha time, where Mega Drain is what I'm really scared of. So I think we also are scared of being confused. So that's why I'm setting a pardon here. It doesn't matter when we get the Mega Drain. We kind of wanted to swap Pokemon to Golbat. Okay, here we got the freeze. Yeah, there's just nothing we can do there. Okay. I can think of one more thing, which I don't like, but I'm gonna do. I'm going to teach Seismic Toss over Harden, I think. With the logic being that I can use Seismic Toss after I freeze my opponent to knock them out. And we still need Swords Dance for later on in order to sweep. Later on, we can replace Seismic Toss with Hyper Beam and use it as a sweeping move, basically. Okay. Okay. So let's just see. I mean, Surf would have been good here. I just don't have Surf in my set right now. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. And we got beaten there because of Toxic and Confusion. Okay, we got through without taking Toxic there. That was nice. Okay, we take that one down. Oh, we just froze it. Yes. There we go. Oh, now this is a win. There we go. Agatha, get wrecked. Okay, that was good. That was actually very good. That final battle. But man, oh man, did that take a lot of resets. Okay. So here, my game plan is to actually just start off just the same as this. I'm going to try to freeze the Gyarados. That's my game plan. Oh, look at that. We froze it. Yes. Now I think we can just spam cut. Now here's a Blizzard, of course. Blizzard. Aerodactyl can't do much. And we can go Seismic Toss on it even. Because what? Wing Attack, Hyper Beam are all going to be resisted. So... Blizzard didn't one-shot, but he missed with Thunder. And Seismic Toss takes him down on the first attempt. That is stupid. That's stupid, guys. Okay. Now, there's only one thing left to do, I think. Hyper Beam time. We're going to learn Hyper Beam over Seismic Toss. Because really, I think this whole fight's going to come down to freeze, Swords Dance up, and then go for the sweep, basically. Oh, well, and we should actually heal before this fight. RIP. And we should use our last rare candy. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Okay, critical hit, just one-shot that one. Okay. Right, so clearly we need the Swords Dances to be able to one-shot all these Pokemon and sweep. And a non-critical hit Blizzard will have a chance to freeze the first Sandslash. That's probably what we're looking for. And yes... Oh, there we got the freeze. Yes. 2, 3. We can go for cut here. We can go for cut there. And we got a crit. Are you kidding me? Hyper Beam hits. Hyper Beam hits. Hyper Beam hits. Oh, and boys, I think we got this. Here's the reason why. Look at Flareon's moveset. Fire Spin, Fire type, resisted. Quick Attack, Normal type, resisted. Flamethrower, Fire type, resisted, which means the only thing that his smart AI thinks isn't resisted is Reflect. I'm pretty sure that would allow us to win even if we missed there. But there we go. Helix goes down, but man, did it take a lot of TMs to do it. Like, let's just think about this for a second here. We added Bubble Beam, Ice Beam, Mega Kick. We had Submission on at one point. Blizzard, Seismic Toss, Cut, Mega Kick. Did I already say Mega Kick? Hyper Beam. So let me just double check, okay? By my count, we added at least 9 TMs going through that run. And throwing that on top of, what is this? Like just an insane number of 270 some odd reset.
So that run was technically better. We did improve our score up to 63.9, but to say this run was really better is kind of like saying you'd rather just go through Chinese water torture than be punched in the face. It did take about 3 hours in order to get through this run, and it was never really pretty, even with all the TMs that we added. Which makes me wonder, is this a Pokemon that can't even get close to beating the game on minimum battles, and has to really grind a ton of levels to get through? And if so, where's its final score gonna be after we optimize? Well, let's jump straight ahead to our first optimization, which is gonna be Body Slam. I think that might make the Misty section better, and we might just have a better chance against some of the tough opponents as we go through the game.
So I'm just using a Harden, just in case. I'm gonna scratch him down, and there we go. Time to learn Body Slam. But here I will take a couple of optional battles just to make Misty more consistent. So I'm gonna fight. Let's just go ahead and fight this boyo here. Here, Body Slam, nice. Body Slam, very nice. So that guy goes down. Let's just get over here. Let's do kind of the same thing, because these are super easy fights. Body Slam, nice. Body Slam is not a one-hitter, but it is a two-hitter. Cool. So we gained an extra level there. The reason I'm gaining extra levels is because last time, in order to beat Misty, I actually had to use my rare candies in this section. Okay, let's try this old man here. We're gonna spam some Hardens. And Body Slam it down. Body Slam it down. Perfect. And now I'm really curious to see how we do against Misty. So I'm actually going to backtrack here. Because we have Body Slam, we've gotten a couple extra levels. But the biggest thing is that we're already at level 23. So we've already gotten through a damage rounding threshold. And Body Slam is much stronger than Scratch or Cut, which we were using last time. So let's just see how this goes. So I'm gonna use Harden first. Body Slam. Oh, look at that damage. Yes. Now on Starmie, Bubble Beam did a lot, but she goes down just like that. Body Slam, MVP. So there we go. We have beaten Misty successfully on the first attempt. No sitting here and resetting a bunch of times like we did on minimum battles, and you know, no need to spam rare candies. Body Slam is just so OP at this section of the game. It's kind of ridiculous, quite frankly, how good Body Slam is. Okay, so now I don't think we need to take any more optional battles. I think we just make our way through this section and fight rival number 3. So here, my game plan is to start with Harden, because no matter what, I want the defense buffs. Okay, now let's Body Slam. Okay, Body Slam, okay. Body Slam. Look at this. Oh my god, the one-hit sweeps, folks. Dark Mess. He's so good at body slamming things with his scythy arms. Oh my god. We have completed the SSN. It's gonna sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away. And I'm actually gonna fight Lieutenant Surge right away, I think. The reason I'm gonna fight Lieutenant Surge is because 3 of his 4 moves don't really do anything. So it's really just, he uses Mega Punch or Mega Kick, we're perfectly fine. He uses Thunderbolt, that sucks. Growl kinda sucks, but if we paralyze him, I think we just win. Basically. First to try at the second button, there we go. Okay, so first things first, I'm just gonna go body. Well, I mean, he does Thunderbolt. Sorry, folks, that's our first reset. So I'm going to now try again to go body slam. He uses Mega Punch. We paralyzed him, and there we go. We get through on the second attempt. No problem. And here's Swords Dance. So I'm going to learn Swords Dance immediately. And I'm going to learn Swords Dance over Absorb. Absorb isn't really that useful. It's only 20 base power. And Swords Dance is going to make our physical attacks so much stronger here that I think this is absolutely the play. So now the question is, can I set up even a Swords Dance here on this one? Because if so, I think I win. Okay. Okay, no. Not quite happening there. I think if she goes Vine Whip, I might have a chance, but I'm going to need to set up a few Swords Dances to get through that, so we're not going to mess with it. Instead, you might be saying, dude, you're crazy. Why do you want to get poisoned? It's because of Koga. Koga's AI is set where he's going to want to use Sleep Powder against me every single turn with his first and his third Venonat. But if I'm poisoned, he'll never use it because he realizes I already have status and it has no effect. So you can use that to prevent being put to sleep, because if we get put to sleep, then he's just going to spam Psychic and we lose. So yeah, we're basically trading, putting ourselves on a timer for some form of survivability here. Now that's a one-hitter. That's a one-hitter. That's a one-hit. Oh, not quite a one-hitter. Okay. So in this case, I think if we can get an X attack from him, then I think we're perfectly fine. And he just doesn't cooperate. Once we get an X attack, I think we have a decent chance. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And here, I think it might be time to rare candy up. But before I do that, I'm just gonna actually try rival number 5 here, because I don't want to over level or use rare candies now if I don't have to. And if I can beat rival 5, then I can just go back at a higher level. Okay, let's get into this fight. Let's just see. Because this is a spot where Sandslash really can't do anything. Okay. Okay, that Sand Attack did us in there. Okay. But that's clearly not an easy fight, so I'm going to use rare candies to get through 2 damage rounding thresholds. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Body Slam. Body Slam. Body Slam. Uses Leech Life, and Body Slam finishes it. So there we go. Clearly, it wasn't an easy fight, but it was perfectly fine at that point. And now the big difference is that we also have a badge boost in speed, and we're at a higher level. So those 2 factors together mean that we at least have a decent chance of getting through one of these trainers here with the Sandslash. So it's go Swords Dance. Any sand attacks, of course. We've been poisoned. Okay, that's a one-hitter. We're not going to learn Slash. Body Slam is already better than Slash. And we're getting wrecked on that one because of poison and the sand attack. Really, if we just don't get sand attack, it's only 1 in 4 that he uses sand attack here. Right? Slash, we don't care. Oh, but come on. Stop using sand attack. Oh, man. Like, if he doesn't sand attack, we win this one. I'm sure of it. Okay, that's 3 poison stings, and look at that. So now we don't learn Slash. Body Slam basically wrecks this one. Body Slam is very close to wrecking that one. Body Slam wrecks there. Body Slam completely wrecks there. See, if we don't get a sand attack, we win. It's that simple. And he's only 1 in 4 to use sand attack on any given turn, so really, I mean, we shouldn't get sand attacked very often. Now but let's just try Erica now. We are at a higher level. It's possible that a single Swords Dance is enough to just sweep her team. Let's just find out. Here, I'm going to go Swords Dance. Mega Drain does do a lot, but that's a one-hitter. That's a one-hitter. We got a Gen 1 miss with Body Slam, but she missed with Sleep Powder. That's funny. That is stupidly lucky, but I will take it. Take it all day, guys. This one, cool. We're 2 Blaine. And we're going to try to beat him as quickly as possible. So I'm actually going to set up Harden first because I fully expected to be confused here. Okay. We do now outspeed, fortunately, but we're knocking ourselves out. Okay. Body Slam, critical hit. No, come on. We don't want crits when we use Swords Dance, ever. And we're actually losing badge boosts there. I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm going to pop a single rare candy here to keep my badge boosts when I go into Arcanine. That was the issue. Okay. Okay. I have 1 HP, but Body Slam, Body Slam. Oh my god. We didn't one-shot against the Arcanine. Oh god. Okay. In fact, we might be best off just trying to take down Ninetales as quick as possible. And now set up. Because if he uses Growl, we just set up Swords Dance. We outspeed, so there's that. And Flamethrower doesn't do enough. There we go. See, strategy is to actually just take down the Ninetales quickly. I'm just going to get straight to Sabrina, where I'm going to save. And now, let's just see. Okay, she's using Flash, which is why I'm going to set up all the Swords Dances here. Because this is kind of all or nothing. Like, if I hit, then I'm pretty much going to one-shot. Yeah, her whole team. It's just a matter of can I hit, and easy win. As long as we don't get knocked out. Which I think it could one-shot us. So I'm actually kind of hoping that he goes for not Fissure. Fissure's a guaranteed one hit if it hits. Come on. Come on, Giovanni. Okay, he dug a hole. We survived. He guard specs, so that's fine. Here, we're gonna go Swords Dance on the Persian. Oh, and critical hit from Slash was enough to knock us out. Okay. Here, should we definitely not do that? Oh, and a critical hit Earthquake after we've used Harden? Come on. Come on, game. Okay. I think this is the next place where we kind of need to use rare candies. We're not going to learn Leer, of course. So here, I've just used my rare candies. I've got 2 damage rounding thresholds. And I'm really mostly hoping that this means that I'll be able to speed up enough to now pretty reliably get through this. Now I'm going to set up Swords Dance here on the Persian. And let's finish my Hardens. Okay, Body Slam takes that one down. Body Slam takes that one down. Body Slam. We've leveled up. Any guard specs. There we go. We get through Giovanni at level 51. Now, we have used a bunch of rare candies. And basically, I'm kind of thinking that against the Elite Four, I think I'll be able to grind against Lorelei if I need extra levels. And she'd be far more level efficient than trying to fight anything around here. So, yeah, it's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other, I think. Okay, so here I'm definitely going to set up my Swords Dances first. And now this one I think doesn't know... yeah, it doesn't know Sand Attack. So I can just sit here and do all the setup in the world. Now Body Slam paralyzes it. Okay. Body Slam should just one-shot there. Body Slam one-shots. Body Slam one-shots. I level up. And Psychic wrecked me there. Okay. But I think this is fine because... Oops. Sorry, didn't mean to pause the emulator there. 2, 3. Let's just check. Body Slam one-shots. Body Slam didn't quite one-shot. One-shot there. One-shot there. We survive. Oh, and the critical hit. Are you kidding me? If we don't get a crit there on the Flareon, we win. Even with 2 HP, we just win. So we don't need to go all in on setting everything up. We really just need to sit here and spam 3 Swords Dances and now just hope for no crits. Okay, crit there, crit there. No more crits, please. No more crits, please. Okay. And there we go. See, easy to get through Cuddles in that case. Okay, so now that I'm here, my basic game plan is I want to potentially grind levels against the Elite Four. Especially if Lorelei's kind of hard, but I can get decently far into her team. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to save. Let's just see how this goes. Okay, so first things first, Body Slam. I'm hoping that she will rest turn 2. She does, which means I get all the setup. And now that's a one-hitter. Not quite a one-hitter there, but we got her into healing range. I think I learned Hydro Pump over Ice Beam here. Here I think I go Harden. Okay, I'm on low health, but I am getting through this maybe? Oh yes, there we go. We get through Lorelei on the first attempt. Nice. So now it's definitely time to full restore, and I'm actually going to PP up here on Hydro Pump. And let's just go ahead and use an elixir because we can. And it's time for this fight against Bruno. So I'm just going to go ahead and set up Swords Dance here. And now I can just spam some Hardens. We don't even mind if he digs or screeches because we're just going to get even more badge boosts off of it. And Hydro Pump one-shots. Here, Body Slam one-shots. Okay, we leveled up, so badge boosts don't really matter, but that's fine. Here, Hydro Pump should do enough damage, and Body Slam is a one-hitter. There we go. Bruno, no problem whatsoever. So now the question is Hydro Pump on its own enough, or do we need something else here? Let's just find out. So here I'm going to lead off by trying to set up Swords Dance, I think. Okay, and Mega Drain basically is going to be bad no matter what we do. Ourselves out. I was hoping that I would be able to get all the badge boosts, and then maybe Hydro Pump would one-shot on the Gengar. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, that's all of our badge boosts. Now I use Body Slam. Hydro Pump took that one down. Still looking like we're going to be stuck with even a 3-hitter here. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, come on. Okay, we take that one down. Body Slam there. Oh man, we lost all our badge boosts. Sorry, I'm gonna reset here because we need to use a rare candy here to try to avoid that level up in this fight. Because, yeah, that level up is a killer. We had the whole setup and everything. And Confusion plus Toxic is just the end of that one. Okay, we like Substitute. Yeah, just use Substitute over and over again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Body Slam, nice. Hydro Pump takes that one down. Hydro Pump's a one-shot there, yes. Body Slam, we get a crit, but she used a Hyper Potion. It's fine. And it's not quite a one-shot, but it is a two-shot. There we go. Agatha goes down. Okay, so here I think I want to learn Blizzard over Body Slam. We're going to forget Body Slam, learn Blizzard here. We'll get Hyper Beam in the last fight. That's the game plan. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to use an elixir here. I'm going to use a full restore here. Didn't need the full restore. And let's save. And let's just see how this goes. So my game plan is Blizzard I'm actually going for the freeze here. So that just doesn't work out. So and yeah, okay, there we finally got the freeze. So here I'm going to set up all 3 Swords Dances. I'm going to set up all my Hardens as well. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now Hydro Pump. And we'll go Hydro Pump. Cool. Blizzard here. It's a 1-hitter. Blizzard here is also a 1-hitter. Hydro Pump, 1-shots there. Blizzard. Yes, there we go. So we get through. We're at level 57, the same level we beat the game on minimum battles. But we're doing a little bit better here, I think. We have 1 more rare candy to pop right here, going into the champion. And now I can learn Hyper Beam, which I'm going to learn over Blizzard. Blizzard, I think, is no longer necessary. And I'm going to PP up into Hyper Beam. Okay. So let's just see how this goes here. If I set up a Swords Dance, can I survive Earthquake? Yes, I can. Hydro Pump, 1-shots. Now Hyper Beam, 1-shots there. Perfect. Now I'm going to go Swords Dance and Swords Dance because this Exeggutor is only going to use Leech Seed. So now that's a 1-hitter. That's a 1-hitter. Oh, and we missed. Okay, he missed. Okay, 1-hitter. And that's a 1-hit KO. There we go. We beat the entire game. 0 DVs. We did use some optional battles and we did use some TMs. So let's just do a quick tally here. In total, we fought 4 additional trainers, 4 optional trainers. 4 trainers is 1 point on the tier list. Then we added TMs. So we added Body Slam, Ice Beam, Swords Dance, Hyper Beam, and Blizzard. That's 5 TMs. And we had 41 resets. That is a total deduction of 10.1 points, which means this is as close as we could possibly get to S tier, but fall into the A tier. 89.9 is the final score of this Pokemon, which really I think is fair. Like it's margin of error. It's, you know, we could have had 1 less reset somewhere. We could have had 1 more reset somewhere. But Kabutops, pretty good. Definitely A tier. Definitely an A tier Pokemon and a high A tier Pokemon at that. But it's just not the top best of the best. Doesn't have a status move, and without TMs, it is really quite terrible. But that's fine. Darkness has won. It has beaten the game. And I mean, the only Elite Four members that gave us any trouble were Agatha and Lance. And Lance is just fishing for the freeze, basically. Once we got the freeze, we were perfectly fine. So, yeah. Here, I'm going to withdraw Pokemon, of course. Let's just get these guys out. And the fact that compared to minimum battles, we were able to use Body Slam instead made a huge difference because we didn't have to use Cut in order to get through Misty with reasonable consistency. That was also really, really huge. So that extra battle to get Body Slam, I mean, I always feel this way when I watch solo runs, but Body Slam is one of the most OP moves in the entire game. And when you talk about like meta centralizing strategies, Body Slam is way up there at the top of the list. So many Pokemon learn Body Slam, and when they do, it just becomes completely broken at that point. So I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, but for me, I would honestly think that in order to make solo runs interesting, Body Slam should be banned from most solo runs. Like, for the people who are really concerned about centralizing the meta, oh, don't use double team because it centralizes the meta. Don't use, you know, blah, blah, blah. Then don't use Body Slam because it's just way too OP and way too pervasive in the game. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, we're here at Mewtwo, and it's time for Darkness to do his thing. Oh my god. I'm going Swords Dance. Oh, and that hurt. Psychic hurts. No, I have to reset. We can't go for the freeze here because we don't know a ice type move. So instead, I'm going for Swords Dance and Hyper Beam. Oh, we missed. No. Okay. We just need to land another Hyper Beam. Come on. If we didn't miss, we won. We just get one shot by the Psychic, though. Psychic is the end of Darkness. Every time. Okay, and we get wrecked. Okay, he uses Barrier. Oh, we survived with 7 HP, but I don't think we're going to win. We really want Recover. Use Recover, please. Okay, and Psychic. Rip. This is where Body Slam would have been great. Swift is actually really good for us, though. Okay. And he gets a critical hit, Psychic. We might have survived without the crit. I'm not sure. Once we get enough badge boosts, maybe we survive, but no, not there. Okay, we're just getting destroyed by this Mewtwo. Okay, Swords Dance, Swords Dance, Swords Dance. I want to reach the point that I outspeed. 4, 5, 6. And he takes me down. I was using Hydro Pump because he had set up all the barriers at that point. But it just wasn't enough. Okay, come on, Swords Dance. We barely survive. Psychic, and then Swift takes us out. Okay, Barrier's good. Barrier's fine. Recover is fine. Swift is really quite fine. Six. Okay. Now I think we have no choice but to go for Hyper Beam. And Hyper Beam, there we go. Finally we get through. So Darkness survives with 1 HP to beat Mewtwo. Level 59, 156 attack, but with the badge boost, that becomes 175. When you look over on the left side, that's with badge boosts, but we can see we managed to get all of our stats over 100 unboosted. They're all well over 100 boosted. And our final moveset, Hydro Pump, Harden, Swords Dance, and Hyper Beam. That was fun. It was very fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Darkness. Very high A tier, just on the cusp of S tier. I would say that Mewtwo result, though, definitely makes me feel like it's an A tier Pokemon. And yeah, that does it for this one. See you in the next one, guys. Later.